Hi, welcome back to my channel, According to Kat. If you are new here, please introduce yourself in the comments below. If you're returning, just say hi. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see. And what are we going to be making today?
Okay everyone, we are now going to be doing flower power for Craft It 3 ways. The first thing we're going to be making are these denim flowers. I used old denim jeans that no longer fit me, and I think most of us have those in our stash. If not, you can go to a thrift store and get something made of denim. And I absolutely love these flowers. You can use light denim, dark denim, whatever you'd like. And I love the buttons that I use for the center of the flowers. I just love these. You can use them on hair accessories, clothing, or purses. I just love them. There's so many options. The next thing I am going to show you how I make are these torn cotton flowers, which are, you can use sheets. This is from a pair of pants that I've had that I no longer wore, and I just love the fabric of it, so I cut those up and I made a shabby chic torn flower. Now we are going to be doing the burned satin flowers. I love these. I think they are beautiful. I've made flowers for my daughter for special occasions to wear in her hair. I just love these. And I will show you how I made those. If you want to learn how to make all 3 of these types of flowers, stay tuned.
If you would like to know what products I've used, please check out the description box below. And with all that being said, let's get right into the video.
Okay, so our first Craft It #1 is Denim Flowers DIY. So I'm going to show you 2 techniques for this. So here we go. I'm showing you past flowers I've made. I used a lot more denim for this, and I've used a thicker denim. The denim I used in this project is actually like a thinner denim. You can see here, I think that is a skirt actually, which make like a long denim skirt makes really nice flowers because it's a lot of flat denim, you know, so. All right, so I am cutting that fabric or denim in strips, and then I will just fold it onto itself to make it easier so I can cut a bunch out at a time. So basically I'm cutting out petals for the flower. I make almost like a U shape. You can see there, it's kind of like a fat U with a flat bottom. That's just kind of how I make it. And I'm going to show you how I give those shape by cutting a notch in each one of those. Right here I'm making a circle, which will be the bottom of the flower. So right here you can see I am just getting a whole bunch together, and right in the middle at the bottom where the flat part is, I cut a little notch. It does not need to be a big notch. You just want to be able to fold it over on itself. Right here I show you how I do it. You get a better view in my next technique, and I will show you a little closer on that one. Okay, so basically I'm just taking some regular hot glue. I am taking those 2 notches, I'm folding them on top of each other, and it makes almost a curved shape, which gives the petals dimension, which I really like. So I am making a whole bunch, and I just basically just keep making them, and then I will get them ready to put in a flower shape. So this technique right here is I basically just keep adding on. So watch what I'm doing here. So I put a little hot glue, I add the next flower petal on. I put a lot of little hot glue, I add the next flower petal on. When I get enough, maybe like 6, 7, whatever I don't, depends on how big your petals are, I'll start noticing it's getting closer together, and I'll keep checking if I want to overlap it at that point, and I think this is a good point for me. So I am overlapping the last 2 petals, and I'll hold those in place, and that will be the base of my flower. Now you can stop right here. Like, you can make this your flower. Simple, simple. But I like more dimension in my flower, so I'm going to add 2 more layers. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm getting a petal, and I will put one on top of it, just right there on the side. And I'll keep going around. Now this one I'm going to make a little smaller. I'm using smaller petals, and I am going to wait till it gets like a little closer together, and then I will just close it by putting some hot glue on the last 2 petals. And when you are cutting out the petals, you can make various sizes. Like, I'll do one set larger, like, you know how I like folded it up in little squares. I'll make one set larger, the next set maybe a little smaller. But you will notice when you do this, you're going to have variable sizes even if you didn't try, because I'm not measuring things. Okay, so that is the next size, the next piece that's going to fit in there. And then I'll take like 3 or 4, and that will be my last section of the flower. This on this particular flower, I only did 3 because it was a smaller version, and that is the middle piece. Okay, so I am hot gluing that together. I will hold it in place a second. Just be careful when you're hot gluing because, you know, we always say that hot glue is hot. So, okay, so right now I decide I'm going to attach them. I like how they look. And I try to offset the petals. So for instance, I will turn the flower so that, you know what I mean, so the petals are not lined up. Okay, so right now I am taking this, I believe this might be from an old jean jacket or something like that, and I had a whole bunch of buttons on this. Save those buttons. They're so fun to use as the center of those denim flowers. They're so cute. So then I will take a little hot glue and I will put in, oh, actually I'm not putting the button in yet. Okay, I'm going to be layering up my flowers, my flower, my different layers. Yeah. Okay, so I am putting on the last layer. No, I'm not. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It's very late right now. Okay, so I'm putting on the button as the center of the flower. And it is so cute. Now, I noticed that I needed a little more on the outside because it wasn't balanced enough for me. So I had an extra few petals left over. So I just put those 2 on the side to kind of balance it out. That's what's great about this technique. You could just add leaves to the back of it if it doesn't look balanced to you. So this technique is very forgiving. Okay. Now you can see the flowers I made there. Oh, that's going to be the back if I want to like cover up anything. So you can see the flowers I made there. I used a lot more petals. So that's up to you. And I used a thicker denim. This is a very, very thin denim. Okay, so I am cutting again in strips. So this is the second technique. I want to apologize. I have not been around lately. I was away from my birthday. I have been very busy. And then when I came back from New York, I think some of you saw my pictures on Instagram, I got the bug, the stomach bug. So I've been very ill lately, and I just was not up to making any videos. So I apologize, but I'm back. So I'm showing you how I notch it here, and just put on your glue right on that notch and fold it on top of each other. That's all, and that gives it that nice rounded shape. But I want to thank all of you who reached out and said, I just want to make sure you're okay because we haven't seen any videos from you. And, you know, I did have one out last week, but earlier last week, so that's unlike me, and I appreciate all your caring words, and I love you guys. So thank you for that. So this is the new technique. So I have those same petals. I am taking a round of that, I just cut out a round piece of that denim, and you can see as I'm doing this, I'm putting the petals, overlapping the petals, but I'm putting them right on the round. Now this is a different technique, and you're going to have to pick which one you like better for you. I like both of them, but the flowers look a little different. If you want it more curved and rounded, the flower, then you would use the first technique. If you want it to be more of a flat flower, then I would use this technique where you have the round and you're just gluing it right onto the denim circle. And you'll notice that this will be a lot flatter. But I like this as well, especially if you feel like you're using it for hair accessories and you don't want it sticking off your head, then you might want it more flat. Okay, so I am now doing the next layer, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm not sticking it onto each other, I'm sticking it onto the round, but I am still overlapping those petals. So I'm just showing you how I keep going around, and this will be basically like my second layer, just like I did with the first denim flower. I wanted to show you both techniques because I like them both, like I said, for different reasons, and you might want a flatter flower or a more curved flower, and so I wanted to give you both options. Right here, I am putting a little notch hole type thing. I like when because this is flat, this flower is flat. If I would have put the button, the jean button, right in the center of that, it would be sticking up because this is such a flat flower. So make sure if you do one of these flat versions, kind of put a little hole in there, and you can see how I do this, watch. So I put a little glue and I stick in the, am I not there yet? Oh my gosh, I keep getting ahead of myself. I am so sorry. Okay, so right now I am putting on the last few, I think 3 leaves I put right in the middle, and now you can see I'm checking to see if that goes in the center, and it does. So I take that out and I'm going to put a, see how it kind of sticks in there? I put a little hot glue in there, and I will stick that jean button right inside, and then it won't stick out funny. It will kind of lay flush inside there. The first flower that I did, the first technique, I did not do that. Look how pretty. Do you not love this? And again, you could put on something on the back to cover that back. I'm fine with the way it is. And look at, I have these like little makeup bags I got from Hobby Lobby. They were $3.99 and they're called Basically Yours. And I love them because they're like lined on the inside and you can get them half off. And think of how cute this is as a little present. And it's so cute. I love it. I got this purse with the wooden handles from burlapfabric.com, and I love this as well. And I thought how cute this would be to put one of those denim flowers. And I kind of show you can put it like on the side, you can put it in the center. I don't keep it there. I just wanted to show you. But the cute thing is I would probably put 2 of the denim flowers. I think that would look really pretty on this. I kind of just hold them up there so you can see what it looks like. I love it. I love how these look, especially with rustic material like that, burlap or linen, something like that. I think that looks so pretty. I show you here, I put them on a headband, and I just took a piece of denim and I glued it to the back of the headband to like secure it in place. And these are so cute on. I love them on little girls. I just love them. And then this one I have a pin slash I don't know, what is that? Like a alligator claw. So yeah, love them, love them. So right now I just want to say if you are liking this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It does help my channel. And here we go, craft number 2, torn cotton flowers. Now I did call them torn sheet flowers. You can use sheets. You can use, right here I used a gray, like it's not really showing up gray, but it's gray. Gray type of sweater, not sweater, like cotton material. And right there you can see I used 2 different other materials like old shirts that I had, and I put in little beads or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to get started. These are an old pair of slacks that I had, and this is how you make the torn flowers. You just tear the fabric. And you want it to look shabby chic. So you want that frayed look. That's a little too frayed right there. I did cut that off. So you just do like a strip, a nice size strip, and then put some hot glue and just fold it in half. You don't want to put hot glue on the whole side. You just want it at the bottom because you will be cutting notches in this strip. Okay, so you're just putting a bead along the bottom and then folding it in half. You can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm cutting off the end that looks kind of raggedy, and I'm going to go through and put notches. I have folded this in half in the past and kind of like doubled my time, or no, not doubled my time. Like, oh, I just want to show you what it looks like. If I make them closer together, it will make a different effect for the flowers. So you can practice and see how you want your flowers to look. The closer you make those notches together, the more frilly I think your flower looks. So I am taking a round circle and I am just putting that right around. You can see I'm just following it right around. I'll put a little more hot glue and I just keep following it around until I get to the center. So I'm going to start on the outside and keep going. I don't even know what I was just saying to you guys. Obviously it wasn't that important if I can't even remember. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so right there is my first outer level. Let's call it a level. My first outer level. And I am going to put a little hot glue, and now I'm going to go in for the next line. I don't know what to call it. You can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm putting a little more right here, and I am going to keep spiraling that fabric in. Now, if you run out of like your strip, it's okay. Don't worry. Just end your strip and cut another one, and it will look seamless, believe me. It will look seamless. I've done it so many times. This ended up being like the perfect size, but I did not measure. It just happened. Okay, so once I get to the center, I just keep working it till it goes in. So I have a little more here. And I'm showing you how I'm going to do this. So I decided to put a little more, and then I'm going to cut that, a little more hot glue, and then I'm going to cut that fabric kind of like at a diagonal, just so it lays in there a little nicer. And I'm just taking off any more hot glue. There's my diagonal cut. Those hot glue strings are everywhere. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so I am putting the last of the hot glue for that flower right there in the center. So now I have an opening. So I have some choices. Um, Sometimes I use beads that I cut up. Sometimes I use buttons. I could not find my buttons. I was actually going to use a button for this, so I was trying to think outside the box, and I wanted something, I don't know, just different. I tried screws, didn't like any of that, like a thicker screw. What I ended up using are these brads. Do you remember these brads in school? And you would put them in your paper, and then the ends would kind of flare out. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. You can get them anywhere. They're super inexpensive. You get a whole little box of them. And I am taking off the two prongs that spread apart. So I'm cutting them off. It was super easy to cut off. And I took 3 of them, and I'm gluing those right in the middle, and they end up looking so cute. But again, you don't need to use this. Use what you have. A button would look great too. I just couldn't find my buttons. Those little pearls down at the bottom, I made those, and all I did was take some pearls and glued them together. Look how cute that looks with those little brads. Yeah, that was like a last minute thing, and I really love how they turned out. I'm showing you here the torn cotton flower. You can put it on one of those purses as well. I did make a purse for my daughter. It looks so shabby chic and so cute. Okay, so craft it number 3, Satin Flowers DIY. These are so beautiful, and I cannot wait to share them. So I really know it's time to clean out my craft closet, craft area, because I could not find my satin material anywhere. I looked all over and I could not find it. I have 3 beautiful colors, a deep red, a champagne color, and a pinky champagne color. I love it, and I just couldn't find it. So I'm showing you, you can use what you have. I used some of that satiny ribbon that I had, and you saw it in previous DIY. I am making it the same way I did the jean flowers. Now, with saying that, the reason I'm making it this way is so I'm getting a little base on it, because I knew I was going to make a smaller flower. However, you can just make petal shapes and not notch them. And the reason you don't need to notch them is because when you burn that material, that satin, it will curl. When you burn the edges, it will make a distinct petal shape. I made my other ones that way, but because I'm making it smaller, I just thought I needed a little base to hold on to, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. But I will show you how to make them just regular petals without the notch. Okay, so I made a whole bunch, and I notched them, and then I take a little hot glue. When I say hot glue, I just mean a dab of hot glue. You don't want to overload it with hot glue, because it's going to make a mess. You're going to have strings everywhere, and yeah, we know how hot glue gets. So just be very careful again, because satin yeah, you can burn yourself pretty easily. The denim was a little more forgiving. So I am taking a candle, a little small one here, and I put it on like a little ceramic dish, and I have my water just be careful. So keep everything there. So this is notched already, but notice when you do not need to put that petal in the flame. It might look like it's in the flame because the way my camera's up high, it is not. It is not in the flame. It is above the flame, so the warmth of the flame will, I don't want to say burn the ends, but I guess it is burning the ends, making it, like if you feel those ends, they're like crispy. That's the best way for me to describe it. Those ends get crispy. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. Isn't that like so cool? I love it. But I wanted like a little notch on the bottom to hold onto, and that's why I did what I did. But when I make my big flowers, I literally just make petal shapes, and you can make them round, oval, whatever suits your fancy. All I'm doing is showing you the technique, and then you can do it however you would like. Okay, so look at this. Isn't it so... I'm like watching it like I've never seen it before. Like all excited. All right, again, do not put it in the flame because it will singe the fabric like black and it will not look pretty. Above the flame and the heat will burn those ends. Okay, this is the no cut petal technique. All right, so I did not cut and fold over the bottom, notch it. I am just taking a regular like petal shape and it will do the same thing. Now this took me a little longer to burn, I think just because the shape of it, I didn't have an end to hold on to, but you can see it will do the same effect. And it's beautiful, but it's warm, so be careful. So, you know, my fingers were getting hot. I wasn't burning them because I was not in the flame, but my fingers were getting hot. So I thought, all right, well, I know how to do this because I've done it so many times. But if you're out there, oh my gosh, look at that. See, that's the before and after because you want to singe those ends. I want to, for those of you who do not want to burn your fingers, use like sturdy tongs or something because right here, I just, oh my gosh, I love it. I decide I'm going to show you like, okay, you can hold it with something, right? To put it over the flame. But for some reason, yeah, this wasn't working out for me. Check it out. Pretty much gave up on the whole aspect of holding it over the flame with a tool. So if you would like to do that, use something better than I did, and yeah, I'm sure you all have amazing tools in your stash, and that was close by and it just didn't work. But I wanted to show you that is an option if you don't want to burn your fingers. Okay, so I am making this just like I made the first denim flower, where I am gluing the petals onto themselves and I will curve it around. I really like that curved shape with these flowers. I do not want it flat, so I'm not doing the second technique like I showed you with the denim, how you put it onto a circle. I am just basically gluing it onto itself and I'm going around. And when I get to where I think the end would be, I glue those last two together, those last two petals. Now I'm getting ready to make the second layer, and I will do that separately. And I did separate these into larger versus smaller petals. And I'm again just gluing it on onto each other, and I will make this second layer a little smaller than the first one. And when you, as you're shaping it, just keep like pulling it like closer together so that you get more of a cupped, you know what I mean, like a cupped flower. And then my last couple pieces, you can do 3, you could do 4. I usually do 3. And there, like I said, there's no rhyme or reason to this. I mean, I could sit here and say, okay, you're going to make the first layer 9 petals, and then the second layer is going to be 5 petals, but I'm not going to do that because I'm just showing you the technique, and if you want to make it huge, you can make one huge flower for your wall. You can make one tiny flower for a friend. So, again, so I use that little, I don't know, it's not even greenery. What would you call that? It's really pretty. I got that at Joann Fabric. It's like, I don't know, what do you call that? Like a plastic, I don't know, plastic flowers. They're pretty though. They're like a champagne color. I cut off a bigger one of those and I just put it right in the center. So right there, I lit up my candle again because I wanted another round piece to put on the back and hide anything. So, oh, right here I noticed that one of the pieces were not singed on the end, so I kind of went back and did that. Look how pretty that is. This is one of my bigger ones with that red, and you can see that beautiful little button thing that I got in there from Hobby Lobby. Here's another one I have as a headband, and that's that champagne color. And then I'll show you the rosy champagne color in a second. And you can see all those beautiful crystal buttons that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're so pretty. You can get them on Amazon too. And I just glue them right on. And you can put them on purses, like I said, anything. Isn't that so cool? So here's the final reveal. Here's everything I just made, all 3 of these different types of flowers. And yeah, so here's my denim flowers. I think they're so pretty. I think they're so cool. They are really cool accessory to wear. They're a really cool accessory to put on your purse or things like that. I just love denim. Matches everything. Denim never goes out of style. Denim's cool. So right here you can pin it to something, so if you don't want to glue it onto a good purse, you may do that. Look how cute. I love it. Hair accessories are a really cool option too. But I really love these jean ones. And you can see the thicker the jean, the different texture you'll get. Alright, and here's my torn cotton flowers, and they're so shabby chic. I just love how they look. And those little brads in the middle, so cool. Yeah, I love this. Can you believe those were like old pants? So cool. Alright, and then the next one, or the last one I should say, the last type of flower are these beautiful satin flowers, and singeing the ends of that satin makes these petals look so realistic and just beautiful. I love, love, love these. So tell me in the comments below, which type of flower do you plan on making, and which one's your favorite? Okay, so even though I keep saying how gorgeous they are, because I do think they're gorgeous, I'm going to go with the denim ones. I just love those denim ones. Tell me in the comments below which ones are your favorite.
So that's it. That's the end of my video. I hope you liked everything you saw here today. I hope it inspires you to make something of your own. If you have not checked me out at Instagram, please do so at Cat Luna Designs. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye! If you have not yet subscribed, blah, blah, blah. So that's, if you would like to check me over at Instagram, check me over. Okay. If you have not checked me out, check me up. Okay. I hope you liked everything you saw here today, and I hope it inspires you to make something of your own. If you have not checked me out over at Instagram, I invite you to do so. Stop inviting people.